The Fourth Corner of Love. Author Miss Leena Bapat. Ria stirred her coffee absent-mindedly as the early morning sun spilled through the French windows of their Lonavla bungalow. It was a familiar place, her and Raj's weekend getaway, a retreat from the rush of Mumbai. But lately, it had become a place of silence more than connection. Raj was on his laptop, half listening, half working, as usual. She glanced at him. He still looked good in his late 30s, well-dressed, confident, but the spark was missing. Not just in his eyes, in everything. She sighed and said, "Raj, are you bored too?" He didn't look up immediately. Then he smiled faintly. Beyond bored, they laughed. It wasn't bitter. It was, strangely, freeing. Their love hadn't died. It had just paused, stretched thin over years of routine and polite compromise. They were not unhappy, just uninspired. They had always agreed, no kids, no drama, no cheating. But they never discussed what to do when love changed shape. That evening, while sipping wine under the cloudy monsoon sky, Raj broke the silence again. What if we stop trying to fix us as just two people? Ria turned, surprised. What do you mean? I mean, what if we tried something new? Polyamory, with another couple. Or just people we both like. Not secrecy, not betrayal, something honest, shared. Ria was silent. Then she smiled, slow and curious. I thought you'd never say it aloud. A chance meeting. They met Aryan and Kiara at a beach house party 2 weeks later in Alibag. Aryan was in his late 20s, warm, artistic, and gentle. Kiara was bold, radiant, and sharp-witted, with a laugh that turned heads. Ria found herself talking to Aryan about poetry and loss. Raj found Kiara refreshingly direct. There was an instant connection, not loud, not lustful, but something softer, deeper. A mutual curiosity. After a few shared weekends, dinners, and long drives, Raj brought it up. Would you two ever be open to exploring something deeper? With us. Not flings, not cheating, something real. With trust. There was a pause. Kiara raised an eyebrow, then looked at Aryan. They smiled. We've talked about this before, Aryan said. If it's built on truth, we're in. A new kind of home. They didn't rush. It began with boundaries, conversations, small touches, cooking together, playing cards, watching movies in the rain at the Lonavla bungalow. Aryan shared a room with Ria some nights. Kiara curled up with Raj. And sometimes it was all four of them around a bonfire, sipping wine, laughing like they'd known each other forever. There was no jealousy, only openness. They learned to check in, to talk through emotions. And the strange thing was, it worked. Raj found himself smiling more at work. Riya rediscovered her sensuality. Aryan and Kiara felt grounded in the presence of their older partners. What began as an experiment became a sanctuary. People wouldn't understand. They kept it private. Society wasn't ready. What would our friends say? Riya once asked, curled beside Aryan. Raj, sitting on the floor with Kiara's head on his lap, replied, let them say. This isn't for them to understand. It's for us to live. Every weekend became sacred. In the bungalow, love had many languages. Touch, laughter, cooking, long silences, even shared tears. No one replaced anyone. There was no hierarchy. Riya loved Aryan's softness, his poetry. But she still reached for Raj when her father fell ill. Raj admired Kiara's energy, her youthful boldness. But it was Riya he still called home. Aryan and Kiara still dated others casually. But they kept returning to this four-way rhythm. It felt safe, real. One night, under the stars, Kiara whispered, I've never felt so respected in a relationship. With no pressure to be the one taught. Aryan smiled. Maybe we're all just corners of one square. The fourth corner, on their anniversary, the four of them celebrated together. At the same bungalow where it all began. They cooked, danced, kissed, and fell asleep tangled together under a single roof. At dawn, Riya stood by the window, watching the fog roll in. Raj came up behind her. Do you regret any of this? She turned. No, for the first time, I don't feel half alive. I feel whole. A different kind of love story. They never put labels on what they had. Not a polycule, not a foursome, not a scandal. Just four people who chose to love honestly, bravely, and beyond the rules the world had handed them. And when people asked, how do you handle it? Riya would smile and say, we stopped trying to fit love into a box. We built it into a square with four corners, all strong,